Καλημέρα, 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 καλημέρα. Καλημέρα, Γιάννη.
Καλημέρα. Πόσα ήταν, 12-15, πόσα ήταν, έχασα το μέτρημα λίγο.
Καλημέρα. Good morning, everyone.
Καλημέρα.
Καλημέρα.
A lot of καλημέρα.
Lots of καλημέρα. Καλημέρα means a good day. So every day is a good day.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to leave some time for everyone to grab the link from the Discord. So I'm going to put a little bit of music in the background. That's for everyone to catch up with us.
Where is everybody? Where is everybody?
Where is everybody? Look, they're going to come. They're going to come.
Stelios is inside.
Of course, Stelios is going to be here.
Good evening, Stelios. Good evening.
Good evening. Καλησπέρα, καλησπέρα. Καλησπέρα και καλημέρα, you see? Both.
Έτσι.
Τι έχουμε? Bitcoin move.
Πώς είναι ο καιρός εκεί κάτω, Στέλιο?
Α, μπορεί να έχει χειμώνα.
Bitcoin κινήθηκε.
Μπορεί να έχει χειμώνας. Μπήκαμε στο χειμώνα.
Το Bitcoin κινήθηκε.
Έτσι,
κινήθηκε καλά.
Κινήθηκε. Το πάμε ότι θα πάει πάνω το Bitcoin. Το πάμε. Είμαστε bullish για το Bitcoin, είπαμε. Τελευταίο τρίμηνο. The last 3 months, I believe. That's it. July, August, September. After that, we need to be careful. Right.
Τελευταίο τρίμηνο.
Έτσι πιστεύω. Good morning, everyone. Καλημέρα. You see, everyone's coming in. Good. I'm gonna leave.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How is everyone?
April, March, May, June, July, then it is August. Okay. Ναι, τελευταίο τρίμηνο, καλά το πέρας.
Ναι, κάπου αυτό πιστεύω. Τελευταίο τρίμηνο και μετά ξεκινάει για τη φορά. Technically, what I'm saying here with John is that the end of June, it's my, let's say, early warning that after June, let's say in July, that we need to be careful a little bit with Bitcoin. Okay? I can give an extension another 2 months or 3 months, right? So that's going to be end of July, end of August, end of September. So towards that area, we need to be a little bit cautious. We're going towards the end of 25, and I think that's going to be towards the end of the cycle. After that, we're going to see a downturn. If everything will follow the same pattern, how Bitcoin or how long Bitcoin bull run lasts, right? So time-wise, now Bitcoin has moved. I was yesterday. Well, it was Sunday night that I was short, right? Because of this rejection here, right? So let me mark that on the big screen. So I'm going to zoom in as well. I'm just waiting for everyone to come and join. Don't worry, I'm gonna start my TI. So yesterday I was short because of that strong rejection on the G level, right? And it violated my because I had my valid point. You know, my entry was under the G level, right? And my validation was above the G level, right? And if I said if I break structure on the previous high, I'm gonna get out. Okay, and I left that automatically. My next TP was all the way down here, right? And that was the maximum I could see. If we want to go down, that was the maximum I could see. I wouldn't even thought that we'll go all the way down to the next G level because I'm bullish on Bitcoin. So I was hoping that the maximum can go is turn around here and continue to the upside. But yesterday they had different opinion, right? So reclaim that G level, but I wasn't around. I was at home doing other stuff for the family. Yesterday was a bank holiday Monday for us, so I got the kids home. So yeah, I didn't have a lot of time on the charts, so I didn't catch any on the move or the positive way to the upside. Okay, I'm not going to be sad or worried about. All I want to see now and make sure that this time that we're going to stay above 109. Okay, if I'm going to see building, let's say I'm going to go in a smaller time frame, right, and see if I can find a range. Okay, you see that it's bouncing. You see that went very aggressively up, and now it's going to come down, bounce, and then it's going to create a range somewhere, and then after that it's going to start move if it wants to move further up. Okay, so I need to find a range in the region. Okay, can't see a range yet. I'll try to do something, but it's going to be very, very premature. So I'm going to do these for the time being. The last bottom and the last top. Right, that's the only solid data that I have. It's very early design of a range. There's not enough data, but let's focus on this one here and see. Right, let's see how that goes. If it's going to stay out of the range and then move to, move higher, that will be maybe a good solid continuation to the upside. Now, Tuesday today, there is a possibility to continue to the upside. Okay, and let's see if Bitcoin is gonna go after the liquidity. You can see that kind of touched that area. Okay, so it tapped inside that liquidity almost, right? So we want to find support here and then turn around and take liquidity from this region and take liquidity from this region and going up to 112 and try once again the target that we had previously, 115. That is going to be a huge liquidity area up here, right? So we know that we have plenty area between 113 and all the way up to 115. There's plenty of liquidity. So let's hope that Bitcoin is going to find a new solid foundation above 109, right, and then start moving higher. So let's see. My final stop for the time being, right, I always go level by level, but my final stop is 122, right? So let's see if the next 3 months, 2 months, 3 months, we're going to go anywhere close to 122. Exciting times, right? But first we need to stay clear from 109, then touch 112, 115, we go level by level, step by step. Right, that's it about the Picasso drawings here. Let's go down to a smaller time frame. Let's see the messages as everyone came in. I think they're
looking for Bassman. They're looking for Bassman.
Bassman, where's Bassman?
He's missing.
I saw an interesting item today. Can you check the 200 weekly SMA on a weekly BTC Bitcoin? Yeah, I mean the 200 WSMA. I'm not sure. Is that 200 weekly SMA? 200 week SMA. Yeah, Stelios, EMAs, SMAs, AMAs, in general, they do work. Where's Bassman? Probably he overslept. It's like 2 hours back, so it's like early in the morning. He doesn't usually miss the sessions, but it can happen.
It's 2 hours back from us.
Yeah,
so it's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's 10 to 8 over there, so a little bit harsh, but it's alright. Maybe he's out with a walk with his dog as well. Right, let me do the Monday range. Okay, it's Tuesday today, so we have the Monday open. So let me go to the daily and let's mark the daily range. And this is lovely, that huge candle here. It's the Monday range. Put a template. Let's do Monday range. There it is, Monday high. Expand that a little bit to the right. Give some space there. Go down to 15 minutes. Let's have a look. And now we have the monthly, the previous month, right? So that is May. So let me expand that to the right a little bit. Here it is. We got the Monday high. Expand that, give some room. We've got the 3-month high that it's got broken and it's bouncing. And also we've got the 6 months and 12 months that we broke the levels as well. So here we go. This is a weekly. We broke the weekly high quite soon. Here it is. And also let's mark the daily open, which is going to be the Tuesday open. So let me mark. So must be that. There it is. So that is the daily open, which is going to be the Tuesday. There it is. So the price currently is under the daily open of Tuesday. So kind of retracing, trying to find support. Okay. So far it's bouncing on 109,354, which is the 3-month high. Okay. And there's a high possibility that it's going to turn around because it's Tuesday. Usually it's a bullish day. It's going to push towards the daily open and maybe it's going to take out the Monday high. Right? If not, right? If it's not going to manage to do that, then it's going to come down to Monday mid. Right? The next target is going to be Monday 50%, which is going to be 108,007. Right? So we've got the ranges up and running. A little bit, the Monday range is quite big range, which is good. It gives us a lot of room to play. 200 SMA on the weekly. Okay, I'm gonna have it like that one. Missing in action, Mia. Right, yeah, AWOL. So yeah, I mean, for me, I'm gonna monitor that area. That's my focus point. On the 5 minutes, I'm going to see if Bitcoin is going to hold and stay above the range and then start moving to go higher. Let's see how that goes. Right, we got the weekly range. Right, let's have a look on the big time frame. Look at that lovely weekly time frame that we have. The price staying above the golden range. Okay, 104,392. We fell multiple times, but we never closed below that. Okay, and once again we are talking 109, 140. So let me zoom in a little bit here so everyone can see. That was the golden range. Okay, not ratio, nothing to do. It's just a previous range with different colors. So that was the golden range. Okay, so I can do that lovely golden color. Right, so we want to stay out of that range, and you see that multiple times we went inside. Okay, but we never closed. We closed here. No, sorry, that was an open, and that was a close above. So we've been multiple times inside, but we never closed inside that range. We always close above, which is very, very bullish. Okay, also we spoke at that it is a very bullish weekly candle. Okay, kind of technical as individual is very bullish, but if you see here on the set, it's bearish, right? Why? Because it did not manage to take the shadow of the previous candle, right? It didn't manage to close above or below this candle, so it's kind of a little bit bearish. And that wick now that we are forming here is trying to become, let's say, bullish. If it continues in that way, if it breaks the shadow of the previous week's taking aka the previous highs, that is going to be a very strong bullish candle. Now the weekly obviously is going to take a lot of time to, you know, it's going to take another 5 days for us to come back, but you can do the same approach on the daily, right? Gaps. We've got new gaps, unfortunately, so it's quite early, but it's not finished yet the day. But we have a new gap that we need to pay attention. So this is the gap here, right? So we have an opening a bit higher. It's coming down. Let's see. I'm going to leave this yellow. Let's see how it's going to clear this today, right? Let's see how that is going to get clear today. The previous gaps that are lower than us, 104,770 and 105,340, still ongoing, still starting. It's not, you know, we've got unfinished business over there, right? Let's have a look on ETH. ETH again managed to bounce off. We spoke about that one. Managed to bounce off from 2,375. Went all the way up, reclaimed 2,500. You can see here that it was bouncing off from the golden line. It could not manage to break it through. It turned around, break the 50% of the range. It went through 2,625, and now it kind of getting a little bit exhausted. Let's see if it's going to continue an attack once again. 2,749 or 50. Right, so speaking of which, let's see if ETH is overperforming Bitcoin, and kind of it did. Look at that. It pushed all the way up and got rejected on that golden line that we have, which is a common ground of support and resistance. Okay, so yeah, you know, Ethereum was overperforming Bitcoin, right? And now it's like Bitcoin catching up, right? So let's see if ETH is going to continue to stay strong and be dominant, right? But this is so nice when you have the a common ground or point of interest, or lines that, you know, levels that you believe that have significant a significant, you know, a high significant commitment, so to say, on that chart. You can see, you know, it's been consistently, you know, acting as a support, resistance, right? Resistance, support, resistance, support, right? Look at that. So these levels are very good, very nice for you to monitor. Now, what we want to see Ethereum to claim these levels and start attacking the next G level. That chart is just to monitor you. If we're going for the CME, what is the sentiment price? Well, it's a bit delayed for the time being. The price is 110 895 for the time being. Sorry, 110 060. But you know, for that to come down and clear, that it's going to be 109 125. We need to wait and see for this one. Right, so we need to come down, clear 109 125. Right, let's have a look on the alts. We see we can see here a little bit that let me do this on the 90 minutes to be a little bit more compact. You can see that, you know, the altcoin, let's say, real-time indicator here, that is trying to tell us that it's trying to push higher. So it's trying to turn around. So let's see if we can curve a curve like this, right? So we've got this double bottom, and then you got these highs. You see that it's breaking structure. Okay, I can remove that range to be out of the way, so it doesn't blur your vision. So you have this lovely range here, right? And you see that it's breaking out of the range and wants to retest and stay out of the range and continue to the upside. So there is a good possibility that the altcoins are going to start moving a little bit early. We haven't broken the trend yet, but it's like the early signs. Okay, what do you see? you see these lows, right? You broke the local high, the last high that you had. Okay. For you to get these a visual help and say, hey, which highs do I need to monitor? Get the path tool, right? And get this high, that wave to the down, that wave to the up. So that is your last high, and that is your last low. It comes like this. It's giving you a double bottom, and now it's trying to break the highs, right? So technically, for you, in order to break the structure and start talking about reversing, you need to break these highs. Okay, so you have to break these highs, come down, create a new higher lows, and then start breaking and giving you a new high highs, a new high lows, and that's going to be the 4-point system, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, you broke the structure, so that is going to be the reversal, right? So that is kind of early sign that there is a possibility that we're going to head for reversals, but you need to break structure. Okay. Right. So yeah, early signs. Maybe there is a possibility that alts want to turn around and start having an alt season. We will see about
Aras
this
has
one.
a question.
Aras,
Has a question.
sorry, what does it mean of it, please? Are you still talking about the CME gap? How about this one here?
Because it was very close.
Okay, so I assume he was talking about this one here. So, yeah, I mean, when you have CME gaps, right? When you have CME gaps, usually the market comes down and clears them. So if I zoom out a little bit, you can see here that in the past, all the gaps that I marked in green, it means that the price came back and cleared the sentiment, right? So they don't leave gaps easily, right? It's going to take some time for them to come back, but it doesn't matter. Now we have some prices down here, like down into 70,000, 69,000. We got some gaps over there, right? It's way below. However, anything in between, anything in between, it went very smooth. You see that it cleared all the CME gaps, and now that become a little bit not volatile, but it went a little bit parabolic. It went too fast. You see, all the CME gaps has not been fulfilled, right? So it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. What usually happens is that the traders that they're looking for the CME gaps, right? They know that the price has to come into these areas, and once they fill the CME gaps, usually they get the green line, the green light, so to say. It's like the same thing with the 618, right? The golden ratio. When they get this, a lot of people believe that this is a time to go in, right? So they clear the area, and they believe that it's time to get the signal that everyone should go in and buy for another push of the upside. Okay, but because it's very volatile, it creates the gaps, and usually the market makers don't like to leave behind so many gaps, so they're going to push a price later to come back to clear this and continue to the upside. And to you, on the big picture, what you're going to see that going wave up, wave down, wave up, wave down, wave up, wave down, wave up, wave down. It's continuous. It's like an uptrend, but it has to come down to clear these gaps. Okay, that's all it is. And Bitcoin CME futures, it's a delayed data. It's got a D here. You can see here it says it's a delayed data. It is not right now. You can see the price are not matching, and usually that is going to be more accurate in the US session, because the CME happens in the Chicago area, so that is going to be in the US area, okay, time zone, so to say. So inside the US session, you can see that how that is going to print. Right, let's have a look. Okay, we're back inside the range. Okay, so it's looking. Let's see if that range is going to be accurate. Let's hope. Let's see if we can get a nice range. Yeah, we're going down to the 3-month high. Now Bitcoin, I still just said about the bigger time frame, like the weekly. So let's have a look a little bit here. Right, and the 200s, MAs or SMAs, simple moving average or smooth moving average. We're going to do this one here, SMAs. Let me fix that to 200 and make that yellow to stand out. Input, let's do this 200 time frame on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, it's too far away. Let me do daily. Let me do 3 days. Even the 3 days is too far away. Let's do the daily. Yeah, the daily is holding better. Yeah, it's too far away from the lines anyway. In run. Right, okay, I mean, yeah, 200. Well, you have to tell me which SMA you want, because there are too many of them. Smooth moving average. Moving average simple. So let me take out. So let's go for this one here, length 200. I'll do it on the close, and let's do it weekly. And the blue one says SMA. So SMA again, you know, it's even worse for the readings. But never mind. Yeah, I mean, I get the idea that yeah. I don't really go bananas with them, but yeah. I used to have the cross MAs on the 3-day. Back in the day, one of the MAs that I was using was MA Cross. I still have, that's a favorite. MA Cross is 2 MAs together, so I used to do 250. Right, so let me show you. I used to do 50, the short 200. You can do 3 days, and I do yellow, the short, or golden, whatever you like. I usually have golden and purple for the long, And the reason of that is because you had the golden cross and the cross of death. So I gave them the appropriate colors. I don't need to mark the crossings. And I used to do 50 and 200 on 3 days. Right, so there it is, you have it. And every time you have golden going above, that is the golden cross. And every time you have the purple going above, you have the cross of death. And purple for us, it's a death color. So that's why it was purple. Right, so yeah, that's what I was monitoring back in the day when I was doing a maze in 3 days. So yeah, every time that you have price action going under, that was a little bit, a little bit in trouble. And you see here that it claimed, and after that it went just a little bit bananas. But yeah, it's alright. Right, okay. So when the SMA crosses 69k, the top will be in. So when the SMA crosses 69k, the top will be in. What kind of... I'll have to study this one. Let's go simple. Let's do this again. 200 weekly. It's 48 now, and when it's gonna cross the 69, it's gonna be the top. Why is that? I don't get the correlation. That was too late, so yeah, I don't know if that guy came with this idea, say that if that guy said, oh, you know what, this is the previous cycle top, if I bought a straight line, when the average will hit that line, that will be the timing. If I put a vertical here, sorry, Control Z, Control vertical, if that is going to be the time, that's going to be the top. It happened once here, but I don't think that is going to be accurate. It just happened. So if I put another vertical here, that is a little bit too late. Breaking this area and indicating, so that can't be the previous cycle's top when the average is going to hit that. Doesn't look like it, no. So that is not, doesn't prove anything. Yeah, I'll have a look at later. I'm going to have a look at later, but oh yeah, so he was taking the highs. All right. So my brain picked it up, but he's using a logarithmic scale. Right, so he took the previous highs when the average. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll see. But it's not. It has to be on the logarithmic scale. Okay. So if I change that to logarithmic scale, let's see if that is going to be more accurate. But I'll study that one. Okay. We'll see. Yeah, I think it's going to be more on the logarithmic scale. So he took this high. Kind of. Maybe some manipulation there. I mean, here I can see it happening here. I can see that happening here. So taking that cycle top and then bringing it forward, and then that is going to be your vertical, kind of. Yeah. So that's the top. That it missed it a little bit here. So yeah, I mean that the green line is going to be the previous top, so you need that go and touch the 68. I don't know, perhaps, maybe, right, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm going to have a little bit study and see how that goes. Right, so let me clear these, let me take out the SMAs or hide it for me to see it later. Go back to right, let's go back. Sorry about this, guys. It's the first time I see these, so I have to a little bit study a little bit and see if I can understand it. Right, okay, so we need to stay above 109 and 140. This is the third time that we're approaching this area on the weekly. Okay, so we want to close above 109. That is going to be very, very nice bullish event. We're out of the golden range. There it is. That's good news. Going back to Bitcoin. Yeah, we're trying to stay above the 3-month high. We have a small violation here, a little bit bleach here, but let's see if it's going to stay there. Asia is going to close. You know, they're going to push things towards the downside, I expect. So let's see how that goes. Right, let's give some room for John. Where's John here? So John, the XRP major. Well, no major, it's a general.
The XRP general.
General, yeah, not the major.
Yeah.
Right.
I have a rank.
You have a rank, yeah, we have to support your rank. Yeah, don't ruin the rank. No.
Στον ύπνο μου λέει.
Right, okay, cool.
Έχω το rank στον ύπνο μου.
Στον ύπνο σου, έτσι. Γιατί όχι. Λοιπόν.
Αυτή η τεχνική ήταν αυτή, τι ήταν, ούτε εγώ το κατάλαβα τι
είναι μια θεωρία, δεν είναι τεχνική, είναι μια θεωρία που παρατήρησε κάποιος ότι εάν πάρεις το προηγούμενο κύκλο το ψηλό και τραβήξεις μια ευθεία γραμμή της κορυφή, ναι. Όταν παντρευτεί το simple...
Το ίδιο δεν είναι αυτό όμως support και resistance. Το ίδιο πράγμα δεν είναι.
Όχι, δεν είναι support resistance. Πήρε το προηγούμενο cycle high, το top ας το πούμε, τράβηξε μια ευθεία γραμμή και περιμένει το average να το χτυπήσει. Το SMA είναι simple average, moving average, οπότε πιάνει το μέσο όρο του price action. Το price action έχει φύγει, το έχει προσπεράσει έτσι κι αλλιώς, απλά σου λέει όταν φτάσει ο μέσος όρος, η γραμμή του μέσου όρου όταν φτάσει και χτυπήσει την ίδια κορυφή. Οπότε εμείς τι είχαμε, το προηγούμενο cycle top τι ήταν, το 69.000. Δηλαδή ναι. Ο προηγούμενο μπράβο και σου λέει τώρα αν το 200 εβδομαδιαίο μέσο όρο, τιμή του μέσο όρος της τιμής, εντάξει, το 200 πάει και χτυπήσει την ίδια τιμή που χτύπησε την τελευταία φορά η τιμή, το price high, αυτός έχει δει ότι έχει παρατηρήσει ότι όταν συμβαίνει αυτό, τότε σταματάει και το τωρινό market να σπρώχνει.
Okay. Μάλιστα.
Θα το δούμε.
Ξαναδούμε λίγο αυτό βασικά.
Ναι.
Καλή παρατήρηση πάντως.
Ναι, κάποιος το βάλε στο Twitter, οπότε το έφερε στο Ήλιος μέσα, να το δούμε.
Ωραίο. Thank you, Stelios, thank you. So, about XRP, what do we see over here? We have a pink ball, I think, that is jumping for the better for us. It's jumping to the upside. As we see, I have my trend line over here. I have drawn my trend line, and what do we see? We have support lines. I'm expecting here to make another support spots. I'm expecting here to make another support and then go to bounce above and claim that 2.29 level that we have marked over here on our G level, and then go even higher to take that liquidity pool that I have drawn from way back since 24th of May. One touch, the second touch was 26th of May. I have my spot over there, actually not over here. I have marked my liquidity pool, so I'm expecting XRP to go and claim that liquidity pool. We will see something like that. At this point, we will see some rejection, some resistance. That's why I'm leaving my trend line over here to have my line to act as a support and bring the price even higher. And then that range, actually the zone we have over here from liquidity pool to make us support and to go even higher. XRP is moving right now. It's moving to the upside. Don't forget, if you're in a trade, don't forget to take your profits. Right now, I have taken my 50%, not 70 that I usually said. I took even a bit lower, 50%. My entry was over here, as always. I think if I remember correctly, I told it yesterday because I was expecting over here my confirmation to have my entry, and then went straight up. Now over here I took my 50%. We have the retracement over here, we have the correction, and now I'm waiting what exactly will do. If it keep it as a support, I will re-enter my 50% again to have my capital even bigger, and then go even higher for that liquidity pool. It's going to the upside. That's the good news. I have marked my pools over here. That imbalance down below hasn't taken, has acted before as support. I will keep my spot this one the imbalance, because I'm expecting some time the price go and claim that imbalance that is sitting down over there. That's all for XRP, I think. Let's go and see hype. What we told about hype. If it breaks that trend line over here, we have our second confirmation and go even higher for that liquidity pool that is sitting above over there. Went exactly to the line to our G level, very quick. You see this wick over here, didn't manage to take that liquidity, went back down again, and now it's going to claim that liquidity pool that's sitting above the current price. If you go in a higher time frame, what do we see? We will have double top. We will find a resistance. When the liquidity pool will take in, we will see some resistance, some correction. Over here, we can extend our trend line, and we will see if it acts as support. We also have our G levels, because if I extend also the G levels, let me lose those brushes from there. If I extend them even way to the right, you see that is that is matching over here. We have also our G level, also the trend line. If we see a correction, we have our support point. If it acts as support, maybe it will lose it, but if it acts as support, we will see another lower high, and then we're expecting for a high to go even higher. We have over here our low and higher low, and if we have a third one, then we have our confirmation to see hype even higher. Maybe I think we will see a new all-time high on hype. Let me see what was. Yeah, we will see a new all-time high on hype.
Yeah, no, I think we.
Yeah, exactly. What? Sorry.
I mean, you're on a gate, but yes, I mean, we're going to see all. I think we're going for new highs.
Yeah, we're going with for new high on hype. That's all about hype. Let's go on SPX. What we said before, we said yesterday that we have a liquidity pool over here, and what we see, that liquidity pool has taken. Now it's off and is doing a small correction. I have marked my imbalances over here, but it's a small imbalance because I'm expecting the correction that the price every time when a liquidity pool is taken, always make a correction and then go again to go even higher. As we see over here, we have our points. I have my points over here. We have some support on this trend line, and what exactly I'm expecting now for XPX to make that correction, give me the confirmation that at 1.22 now is acting as a support, not as a resistance it was acting before. 1, 2, 3rd, and 4th time. Actually, the 4th has broken up this G level. Now that G level is acting as a support and building strength and go even higher. Let me go on a daily time frame to see where exactly we are. There you go. You have this liquidity pool. It's over here on the G level correctly. We see a correction and then go even higher because we have another liquidity pool that's sitting above at 1.80. Always mark your spots. Always mark on the G levels. I use also the trend lines, so I have more confirmation. As I always say, maybe I listen. Ακούγομαι.
Sounded. I'm sounded.
Maybe I'm sounding boring, but it's a technique that it works, and I'm trying to keep my capital safe. Now, about ENA. ENA over here was in the range because I think Bandar is looking at ENA still. Went above, didn't manage to has that upper level of range as a support, and went inside back that range, and now is sitting above the 50% of the range. For the moment, as we see, was in a downtrend. We have a low over here, but now we have a higher low. If it managed to go above and acting as support above that range and go and claim that 0.47, because over here didn't manage to claim it, and claim that 0.47, then we have ENA will have the strength and go even higher. For the now, actually we have to wait how exactly will act over here above that this range that I have marked over here. If we go on a daily, let us check if we have any balance. Actually, I found only one. It's way above, but we have a long way until over there. For now, we're going step by step, level by level. and how actually ENA will act. For the moment, we have to wait actually what exactly we'll do inside this range. Now, about the favorite of Thalis project, Fartcoin. Well, you did Fartcoin. Fartcoin. No,
in Greek as well. Yeah, why not?
That's your favorite.
No, I
So
hate it.
actually, favorite. Eh?
It's my horse. I don't like it at all.
Actually, Fartcoin is on the move. I'm on a 12-hour time frame right now. Let's go on a daily. Let's mark our trend line over here, and now going the 4-hour time frame. And as we see, Fartcoin has one resistance over here, a second one, a third one, and at this, after the third one, we see that it's bouncing above, acting as a support this trend line, and now it's going even higher. When above that 50% of our G level, I have my bigger G levels over here, and I have breaking it down in a smaller one. I have now my 50% over here. I saw that I have a support over here in this level, and actually Fartcoin has enough strength and go even higher to the next one above. Over here, on the 50% of the bigger G level, what we have a liquidity pool. So what we always said, that the price is chasing those pools, and then we have a second one up there. Now we see that the Fartcoin has changed the movement. We have a low, higher low, and now maybe we'll see some correction of 50% over here, and to create another higher low, and then go even higher to claim that liquidity that is sitting over here at 50% or bigger G level. Let me go on a daily. Yeah, we have. What is the all-time high of the Fartcoin? We have more room to go. So let's see how it will react. For the moment, you have your spots. There you go, the second one. Liquidity pool over here. Let me check it. There you have it. You have your marks set, and what the Fartcoin expecting to do. That's all about Fartcoin. I also have Tau, because I saw Tau is moving. I'm on a 4-hour time frame. You see many lines over here. Why? Because I have my G level as the biggest one, and I broke this in the 2 point with 50%, and also the second one below. Because what I saw that in this 50% or lower G level over here at 3.348, we saw a support from Tau. When above the second one, the higher G level, the 384, we saw a small consolidation over here. Was building strength, has a nice strength, break that the upper 50%, and now it's moving to the bigger one that we have, to the bigger Gangsta Fib that have drawn over there. Let me show you. Let me hide those smaller ones. There you go. What do we see? That is going after for that G level. What do we see over here? We have a liquidity pool. Also another one over here. Also another one up there. So you can say that it's acting like a magnet and it's going after for those spots, those pools. We all see over here that we had an imbalance back there. Took that imbalance, went even lower, and now as changing the move. We have the low, we have a higher low, and now we're expecting to break the previous high and see the change of the movement. Even higher. Actually, let's see. Let me delete this one because now it's not useful. We have plenty of room to go for Tau. If you see, we can if you use also the waves, the Elliott waves, you see that we have the first one, make the correction over here, and then go for the second one even higher until the movement is complete. Maybe we'll see an all-time high from Tau in this cycle. We will see how the altcoins will act after πώς λένε, μετά την ολοκλήρωση της κίνησης. Completion of Bitcoin movement. When we'll go in the altcoin season, maybe we'll see an all-time high from Tau, but we have plenty of way until up there. That's all from me.
Right, okay.
XRP right now has bringing a new candle. That's why I'm saying new candle has created over here. I'm expecting what exactly has it will react over here. If it makes a support and go even higher, or lose that trend line and go to that imbalance down below. If it go down below over here, I have my new entry even cheaper.
Right. Yeah, it sounds like a plan. It looks like a plan. Right, okay, give me 1 second. Bring it back to screens. Right, okay.
Does anyone have another coin?
Yeah, I mean,
chart it?
I think Bundle Bubbly is going to find a new token for you, because every day you do the same tokens. So she's going to bring a new token for you. Wait for it. It's coming. Wait for it.
He's got another on Tau. I think she's looking for Tau.
We'll see. Now, a little bit interesting metric here. I have the others. Right, let me go here in a smaller time frame. The others are we mark the range. I'm just waiting to see if it's going to be solid move to the upside. This is the others. Maybe it's going to bounce here and then move to the upside. So let's see what today is going to print. Let's see. Right, Bitcoin is trying to test, even on the smaller time frame. If I go down to 15, you see that it cannot hold, if that is an accurate range, because there's very little data here. I need to wait a little bit and get more accurate readings, but it's trying to test the support of 109. Okay, so it's coming down to see, it's towards the end of Asia now, and also we got the US meetings as well, so there's going to be some volatility, there's going to be some market shakeout. Watch out a little bit for that one. But in general, as long as you're holding above the G level and creating the range and breaking out of the range, that will be a signal for us to continue to the upside. If it wants to come down, the same thing applies, right? You have the range, you have the G level. If it's going to break and fail to come up again, right, there is a high possibility that it wants to come down. It's Tuesday today. I don't think usually Tuesdays is not a day that goes down, but let's see. That depends what the market makers think. They're gonna put down everything, the high leverage. They're gonna see how much high leverage are out there and trying to manipulate the opportunities. So yeah, we need to be careful, but usually Tuesdays it's a good day usually. Right, any other tokens, guys? No, not today. Okay. Right, okay. Right. Okay. Cool.
Tomorrow we have CPI news. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole week. This week and the next week. I mean, we said that yesterday as well. Right. Pepper is on the move as well. You know, it moved. That is good. Let me go a little bit quickly. Let's have a look a little bit quickly on the true utility tokens. Let's go on Matic. Zoom out a little bit, go to 90 minutes and see what it's doing. Yeah, Matic is not doing much. Kind of sideways. What about Dot? Dot pushed, but it's coming down. It's on a correction. Near, same thing. Everything pushed. So it's gonna do. They're gonna find a solid ground somewhere. Trying to find support. Link is on its way down. AVAX push away from 2021, trying to claim 22. It fell. Okay, ETH, we know about ETH. It got pushed all the way up above 2,500 and 2,625. Solana, let's have a look in Solana. Where is my Solana? Solana is here. So Solana claimed, even touch 160 once again. So there it is. Yeah, you can see that they're pushing to the upside. So let me go to BNB. Yeah, everyone pushed. ADA, that pushed as well. It's pushing to the upside. AMX, not that great. What about Theta? Kind of sideways Theta is. I'll go. A little bit push. ARB is pushing. Atom is following. CRO, it pushed but not that greatly. ICP is pushing. Let's see if it's gonna hold. RV is doing fantastic. Look at that RV. Good move from RV. MKR. Sonic, not that great from Sonic. Whatever, you know, it was pushing hard yesterday, but it came back very deeply. What Mana, yeah, kind of zero. Sand, Ape, yeah, it's not doing that great. Kind of arranging. Injective, Illivium broke out the range. What about Gala? Gala is looking terrible, especially on Binance. Right, okay. Let's have a look, quick look a little bit on dominance. A little bit, you know, let's have a look a little bit on the fundamentals behind the Bitcoin. So we have Bitcoin dominance. We need to see, you know, really need to see Bitcoin dropping for alts to start running. Yeah. Let's have a look on Dixie. Yeah, if Dixie, well, yeah, kind of looking like a range from Dixie is. Let's have a look a little bit on the ES. S&P, ES1. Yeah, kind of, it's an uptrend. Kind of pushing to the upside. NAS pushing to the upside. SPX the same thing. You see it's pushing up, claiming G levels. Okay, T1 is pushing, which is good. And T3 is pushing. Tether's continue preaching. Right, good drop yesterday, so let's see what's going to happen today. Right, I mean overall, you know, the it's looking bullish. So let's see what's gonna you know, Bitcoin's gonna do with that G level. It's gonna support that G level. That is gonna be the question. Are we gonna stay above the G level? That's the focus point for today. Right, okay. That's it for today. Things are looking good. XRP is looking good. It's pushing, right?
You see an SPX right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's doing a correction, so you know, it's looking good. It's similar. It's similar what Bitcoin is doing. So Bitcoin is on a correction. It's pushing to the downside a little bit. So let's see if we're gonna hold our G levels, right, which is 109. We would love to see that it's gonna hold 109. So let's hope that we're gonna stay above 109 in full. If you want a solid confirmation time frame, that's going to be the 1 hour or 90 minutes for my instance. So let's see if we're going to stay above there. Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for the time being for today.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes. Next appointment tomorrow.
Yep, the next
morning.
The next session is going to be tomorrow. I'll be watching a little bit the US. Maybe I'm going to do a US session later today. I've got a few things I need to drop out as well. I need to go out to the warehouse. Do a few things over there, but I'm going to be back in the afternoon, late afternoon. I'm going to be back, so there is a high possibility that I'm going to do a US session later today. So I'm going to put it up on the events. So let's see. Right, okay, that's it. A little bit of everything today. We had a look of many things today, so that's good. So perfect. Yeah, I'm looking for the higher time frame as well. You know, I'm looking if we're gonna stay above 109, 140 on the weekly. That would be nice. But yeah, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had a good.
Thank you very much to all of you.
Always remember, every day is a good day. Always, you know, see the bright side of the things.
And have an awesome day to all of you.
That's right. Okay, we'll see you around. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.